there right now watching Brandon facing off against Oolong. So we can tell that people coming out tonight really want that free pass to Patchwork, as we're seeing a lot of heavy hitters that don't usually make it up to the KMLocal.
Yeah. Well, I know Focus and I know Oolong. I know this is probably going to be a rough one.
For who?
Well, I don't know. I think Oolong has a really great record versus the, perhaps more noted Peach of Sora J.
Right, Sora J.
Yeah.
Well,
see
you know
what Focus has to offer.
No two characters play alike, or rather, no two players play the same character alike.
Yeah, Focus is a lot more, neutral heavy. We're nickel and diamond here, and actually starting out with the lead here.
89%, well, 88%.
Let me not talk him down too much. Hold on here. Oh, nice little booty bump.
That's right, undoing all the healing that you get from deep breathing and continuing the pressure with those sour spot nairs, still leading into conversions. Oh my goodness, this float pressure. Whenever Oolong usually runs in, he gets to start something. But Focus simply says, no, it's not your turn yet.
Oh my goodness, let me lean in, lock in a little bit, says Chris Oolong, because he needs to wake up. We're going 0 to 60, and a little combo right there.
Preparing a bit of a fruit salad there, trying to get Oolong on the side of a quick 42%, almost lapping them entirely in stock.
Delicious, tasty turnips.
And now we're playing volleyball. We're hitting the volleyball over the hoop, just trading back and forth.
Oh, here we go again. Nice little turnip toss. Focus just trying to extend this lead as much as possible. Yeah, we take what we can get, but Oolong finally coming in with the backer saying,
And Arlo, you might think that cool floating that Focus is doing to stay right out of range is a little busted, that, a character should be able to move like that. But look at the horrible things that happen to you when you don't float properly and get hit with a back air. You die immediately.
Yeah, it definitely takes a very special kind of mind to be able to space out that way, because you make one mistake and Oolong's going to be right on your tail. Focus looking for the kill here, but unfortunately cornering himself. Not the position you want to be in, especially with that fully charged Sun Salutation. Going for a hard read, but Oolong all over that one.
What did I say, Ariel? There are players who divine themselves a roll-in up smash, but unfortunately, if anyone's not afraid, it is Oolong.
Yeah, he'll just sit there, but Focus playing patiently there and actually catching the deep breathing. Oolong.
Yeah, maybe he should be a little more afraid.
Yeah, just a little bit. But finally starting to focus as he takes down the last stock. Oh, what a catch!
It was all a bait. You thought that I was in disadvantage. I was simply waiting for my turnip to fall down.
No siree, he was on my team the whole time.
The JoJo, you thought I was going to do this, but I was actually doing this game plan. Let's see if it still pays off, because of course, Oolong can always deeply breathe and all of a sudden be back in the lead again.
Nice little combo for Oolong, and this has been the most back and forth game I think we've seen on stream thus far. And we're in winner's quarters, baby. I mean, this is the time. Top 8 on the line, and of course there's stakes, right? And that's why, everyone's playing at their absolute hardest. We both want to get that pass to Patchwork, and going through winners is going to be a whole heck of a lot easier than going through that loser's gauntlet. I mean, we've seen those faces.
The bracket of alternate success may not be in the cards for our players tonight if they keep this up. But of course, in this match, one player has to win, one player has to lose. Best of 3, who can capitalize off that? Deep breathing back online to do what it does best, securing that stock. No matter how much you keep Oolong away, when he gets in, he's getting his.
Yeah, but nevertheless, that was absolutely down to the wire. I feel like Focus, was able to turn it from 0 to 60 in 0.2 seconds, and Oolong took a little bit more time to rev up the gas in the tank, but was just able to nickel and dime, make the most out of every opening, crucially evening it up in that last stock situation and just able to eke it out. But props to Focus for actually making it that far in the first place, right? Not a whole lot of people in this region can keep toe-to-toe with Oolong in neutral. And he's doing it quite well, just floating right outside of that range, baiting out that forward tilt, waiting for him to swing.
We should see a lot more of that waiting, because once you actually get in, you get your money's worth after you finally whiff punish Oolong. So keep it safe, keep it simple, and you won't get hit with deep breathing.
Yeah, speaking of keep it simple, right? Focus cashing out with the guaranteed forward smash instead of trying to chase him off stage. That's where Oolong gets, a lot of his reversals. I like the idea coming out from Focus there.
Yep. And seeing the same tried and true gameplay of just weaving directly out of Oolong's immediate range of danger. up air on the docket here, but deep breathing is still online, so you want to be very careful to not let Oolong get near you whenever that gets online, because with a character as slow as Peach, you're not going to be able to prevent him from deep breathing whenever you want to.
And Focus thus far has been doing such a great job of actually punishing these special moves that are coming out. Doing a great job of punishing the soccer ball, punishing the deep breathing off stage. Because even a player as revered as Oolong, you know, we still have some habits that we can punish, and Focus is doing a great job capitalizing that, almost catching that potential neutral tech with the forward air, but Oolong just able to get that shield out in time, no tech required, still evened up. But Oolong taking the first blood.
Yeah, that's one of those unfortunate things about characters like Peach. Despite having such good mobility, they're still relatively floaty, relatively slow. And, of course, if you're a Wii Fit trainer, you can simply opt out of doing an edge guard and just take your time to deep breathe. And once they get back to that stage, they're going to die.
Yeah, it's that patience game. Just stand there at roll distance, wait to react, and it is a lot easier to it is a lot easier to react to these slow characters. Focus not ready for that one, and Oolong almost sneaking out the early kill, but I think Focus staying alive here, the best possible timeline for him, because he can certainly make this up. He's able to get this ledge trap here, but unfortunately Oolong just finding his way through and threading the needle there with the soccer ball to stay alive.
The thing we feared the most, like you said before in game one, Oolong takes a little while to get revved up, but once he's there, he's a force of nature, and unfortunately, Peach might be getting caught in this hurricane tonight.
Yeah, once he gets rolling, unfortunately, it's straight down that hill. Sisyphus dropping the boulder a little bit as Oolong is inevitable, but Focus getting a little bit of damage started. Trying to go for the back air. Great tech on the platform for Oolong, but still a nice 54%. Got to take it one interaction at a time, and Focus still staying primed, not necessarily making too many obvious mistakes. Nice little turn-up train as well to rack on a little bit more percent, and hey, we get a down tilt fair at ledge, and all of a sudden we've got ourselves an even situation.
Why are my players divining up smashers tonight? They have not read the good book. They don't know what's going to happen next.
Yeah, I think only got one passage in there because Oolong got it on that second stock and it didn't even kill.
Yeah. So, speaking of kill, I feel like one thing that Focus needs to worry about is the fact that they haven't been killing Oolong at these early percents. They've been living to 170, 150, and when Oolong strikes, they start killing you at 110, 120, sometimes even as early as 90.
Yep, and as comfortable as we are playing this neutral game, you have to finish your food at some point because that's only going to allow Oolong to get more and more extra credit. You do not want to you don't want to give him the opportunity. Finally catching the dash attack with the back air, and 81%, not the end of the world, especially by Peach standards, right? We're, you know, 1.5 combos away from getting right back in there with the right position, but Oolong setting up for the ledge trap here, going for the soccer ball spike, not going to get it off stage though, allowing Focus to come in with some attacks of his own, almost getting the air dodge read with the forward air, but not quite going to do it. And Focus just barely able to get in there. Nice defensive neutral air to get his feet back on the ground.
Yep, and Focus is moving like a madman, like a bat out of hell right now, staying completely unhittable, very avoidable, very slippery, and hoping that Oolong doesn't get enough time to get deep breathing back online because that would spell the end of their tournament.
My
but
goodness!
It looks like Focus, their name has focused up to take that second game to bring us to a first game 3 of the night, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and Focus just clutching up at the very last moment. Knew that they had that game won and just brought it all the way back around. I think Oolong just a little sleep at the wheel right there. I mean, he had his moments where he had the momentum, and just in that last stock, you know, Focus got that 50% damage, and Oolong started to panic out in neutral because he didn't want to go for deep breathing. He had that red. Didn't want to go for another air dodge and disadvantage because Focus had read that, and so decided to mix it up and do nothing, and Focus just with the perfect turn up into forward air, just the right spot. And listen, we got ourselves a game 3 against one of the greats in the region, and with so much on the line, even a player who has seen so many top 8s, so many W's here at KMLocal, he's got to be feeling the nerves a little bit because let me tell you, as a resident, you know, KMLocal attendee, I don't think I've ever seen him go into losers before top 8.
Well, there's a first time for everything, Ariel, and it looks like as 47% has gone unanswered, this might be Oolong's first trip into the bracket of alternate success. Game number 3, starting off strong. Yeah,
this Peach absolutely mixing him up. Listen, it's definitely taken me for a surprise, but certainly a welcome one.
That's right.
Focus holding on to this lead, and look at this ledge trapping. He's scaring him. Like, Oolong playing a little
speaking
flustered
of
here.
scary, you never ever keep your eyes off of that volleyball because you know it's not done until it disappears entirely. It's still always active.
Oh, is that going to kill? Almost.
This ceiling is relatively, well, low, but not that low.
Yeah.
Okay, getting the power of the sun online here, but no time for deep breathing and no volleyball in sight as you get forward air. The first stock taken so early.
I love this confidence of this movement from Focus. You saw like using that float cancel to jump just over the sun salutation, but also using it to duck under the soccer ball. I mean, that level of confidence is exactly what you need if you want to make this upset.
And one thing that we're not seeing here, which I think might be a pretty good strategy, the fact that this character is so floaty means that they have the opportunity to camp out deep breathing when they get sent off stage. But I haven't seen Focus utilize that yet, probably because they're more focused on what they're going to do when they get back to stage.
Yeah, I mean, he's not really giving him the opportunity to fish for deep breathing as much as I would expect, regardless, because these openings have been absolutely huge for him. You know, getting that solid 50% consistently and just finding these forwarders in the right spot, but Oolong suddenly turning it around, getting a couple of neutral airs.
Is that a dot eyes?
Of his own. I don't think so.
I don't think there'd be any reason to prioritize it that much if it wasn't. I think
it is, yeah.
Focus wants to get their value back, but if you get too focused on one rabbit, the other one will get away. In this case, that rabbit being the lead.
Yeah.
You can't focus on the damage to be. Focus on neutral.
Yeah, I think Focus letting that slip a little bit, unfortunately, because Oolong in the ledge trap situation and actually had the roll scouted, but just a little bit too far with that forward. So let's see if we can make a little opportunity happen as finally Focus throws the turnip away and grabs a new one. How do we get in here? Little float cancel. Here we go. That shield pressure not gonna go unanswered, and downer into forwarder, getting some good percent. Now we got ourselves a ledge trap going in Focus. Finally prioritizing the right options as we have Oolong off stage again. Going for the forwarder. I like the idea there, but just running out of sauce with that float.
Putting themselves in disadvantage. Yep, and deep breathing back online with a 158%. That's going to be a kill no matter what you do. But up throw.
Up throw. Okay, well, you know what? He cleans it up. He cleans it up.
Something else. In this case, air.
Yeah.
Speaking of air, that's all we're hitting now on the side of Focus, except for right there. So there's still a chance for this game to be very, very even, very competitive if we just get this ledge guard.
Nice little recovery coming out from Oolong, too. Going under the stage, making those adaptations. Giving Oolong an inch. He's going to take it a mile. 41% and no double jump.
Now the percent is stacking.
Starting to catch on to these disadvantage habits, but nice little turnip toss. Focus with a little bit of an opportunity here. Can we get the kill with the forwarder? No, not quite going to find it. Can we catch this landing? No, but Focus scouting it out and keeping Oolong in the corner, but just able to get in there. Nair one into that up air. Oolong bringing it right back into neutral, not wanting to let Focus bring it back like he did in the last game.
Yep, and just like Focus has been playing to avoid and be wily and hard to hit, Oolong says, big whoop, I can do the exact same thing. My character has a small profile, and if I want to, I can edge guard you and wait to get my advantage state when I want to.
Focus trying to scout out the jump again, but Oolong content to hold that shield in the corner, and oh no! That side B barely going to go unpunished, but the sun salutation, you forgot about it.
That's
and
right.
Oolong pulls it out right at the last second, but you know what? A valiant effort from Focus. That was an exciting set to watch.
That's right. Take a look at some of the highlights, of course, right there. Getting hit with the forward tilt because, of course, characters like Wii Fit Trainer, you really, really have to keep on lock. You cannot let them start playing their game because, like you saw in that last game, Focus managed to bring it back, and then that last stock just started getting away from them. Hit after hit